All right, we made it here to Elitch Gardens during their Halloween time, obviously, with that thing on top of the sign. I know this park, not too many people like this park, but hey, we're here. Might as well check it out and see what we think about it. Creepy color. We've got all the cobwebs on the trees and the ghosts hanging down. Blazing Buckaroo, we're not allowed to ride. This is one of those E&F Myler kiddie coasters that with the air actual has airtime on it. These are pretty good. So how about it? I actually got on Sidewinder, the Arrow shuttle loop that so many people end up missing out on at this park. It just seems to always be closed for them. Frontier City's Arrow shuttle loop seems to be closed for a lot of people too. But the one at Frontier City and this one have been open every time I've gone to the parks. Of course, this is the only time I've ever come here. But it was open, even though it's closed so often. Problem is, you're a mile high, and you gotta climb all those stairs. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flights of stairs. At Frontier City, you go up a ramp, and then you only go up 2 flights of stairs. Not only that, at Frontier City, you can re-ride pretty easily without having to go all the way down, then all the way back up again. And Oklahoma City's like 1,000 feet above sea level, not 5,000.
Up, climb down in there. Of course, there's a climb down
there. Double inline twist. I just rode Mind Eraser. That actually wasn't bad.
That part right there. I don't like that one. You know how you can see the part of the track right there?
So my 8th Vekoma SLC, and I'd say it's in the middle of the pack, maybe my 4th favorite of the bunch. Wasn't too bad, a little shaky, but I've been on far worse. Yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, when you climb the lift hill, you can see all of downtown Denver. Now, of course, better view of it if you're in the front row, but still, I was able to see it from the 3rd row. Just rode the Boomerang, typical Boomerang. You know how they go. But it's a good ride. Fairly smooth, not the smoothest Boomerang I've been on, but still one of the better ones. Very forceful. Yeah, this is how they signify that the ride is closed.
Yeah.
But Twister's up and running. Want to make sure you at least get on it, just in case it goes down too. Hey, we just got off Twister 2. That's a pretty good wood coaster. Has a unique little turnaround feature there at the top before going down the drop. Not a whole lot of negative G airtime or zero G airtime on this, but it has a lot of laterals. This thing's a lateral machine. Not a world-class wood coaster, but definitely a very good one. Best ride in the park, for sure. Then you get to go through this tunnel. And then you slam to a stop. So you get about a minute's worth of action after you, from the drop to the brake. So that's a nice long ride. Now they have this guy greeting us as we're about to go up the lift hill. So we just rode in the next to last row. I would say this is a front row ride. I think the front row is better than the next to last, but it's still... There was nothing wrong with the next to last ride. Next to last row, it was still a good ride, but the front's better. And the ride op up there is having a lot of fun with his job, but he is a coaster enthusiast. He saw my Iron Rattler shirt and called me out, and we started talking about the different RMCs when he had the chance. It's a unique layout. I couldn't figure out which direction we were going as we were going along, and I like those kind of rides where you can't figure out where you are on the track. So it looks like this section towards the end, last half here, is kind of a figure eight, going around the whole thing, go through that tunnel. And you do come all the way back. It's not just a normal turnaround at the top of the lift hill. You get sent to the right, and you get some good laterals. Get some really good laterals before the drop. Build up some momentum. And then it starts heading over towards the tunnel. They got it open. Got it at the end of the cycle here. So I guess there's nothing wrong with it. They were just waiting to open it until more of a crowd showed up. It's a pretty fun ride. Get some nice floater air time at the top there, depending on the direction you're facing. If you're facing down, if you're facing the ground when you're on the spike, get some really good floater air time. Sustained floater. And here's another graveyard. And Kaleidoscape, or Kaleidoscape, whatever. It's a tame shooting dark ride, so it's good for the whole family. It's kind of along the lines of Boo Blasters, except like worlds better. It is much nicer going through the rooms there with all the colors and all the artist conceptions, whatever it is that they got in there. Just a unique ride. Yeah, well, who would have thought Elitch Gardens, of all parks, would have one of the best of the tame shooting dark rides I've ever been on. Well, the tame shooting dark ride is definitely the best I've ever been on. Definitely better than Boo Blasters or that new one at Fiesta, Texas. I got on the 5 coasters I'm allowed to get on at this park. Got a re-ride on Twister. So I'm satisfied with the time here. It's starting to get pretty busy, but we're pretty much done with the park now. And here they come. I gotta give the park credit. Mindy Racer's running 2 trains. Twister is running 2 trains. Now every other coaster, by rule, can only run 1 train, but when they can run 2, they are running 2. That's not true of all small parks. Some small parks just run 1 all the time, even if they could run 2. Bunch of rats over here. Don't know why they're begging. Those are like my beagles when it's dinner time. We got the rats begging here with the bride and groom. So that'll be a wrap from Elitch Gardens. Gotta say, I was impressed with the park. Certainly not the best park in the world, but I wasn't expecting that. For what I was expecting, it certainly met my expectations. In fact, exceeded them, because I heard so many bad things about this park. I was expecting it to be bad, and it was actually pretty good. Decent collection of coasters, a lot of clones, good wooden coaster, good dark ride. And they did a good job with all the Halloween decorations too. So we're not staying for the haunted house. We got a show tonight for all the haunted houses, but I'm sure it'll be good for those that enjoy that kind of thing, but I'm not into that stuff. But these people are. But we're heading out.